Min-ho's family invites Song Hye Kyo home, fans shocked by the real reason. It started with a single black car pulling into a private driveway, no entourage, no paparazzi, just quiet tension in the air. The woman who stepped out of the car left fans speechless. It was Song Hye Kyo, visibly emotional, clutching a small gift box in her hand, as she hesitantly walked toward the grand gates of Lee Min-ho's family estate. But what shocked fans even more was the fact that she had been invited by his family. Insiders close to the Lee family revealed that it was Lee Min-ho's mother who made the first move. After weeks of media silence, following the actor's rumored engagement, she reportedly reached out to Song Hye Kyo with a heartfelt message. "It's time we spoke woman to woman." Yet, there she was, walking into a house filled with the history of a man the world believed she had left behind forever. Rumors had been swirling for months. Private meetings, emotional interviews, secret phone calls, but nothing prepared fans for this moment. According to a source close to the family, Lee Min-ho's mother had grown deeply concerned about her son's emotional state. Despite his public appearances and professional success, she saw through the act. He was happy but not whole. She believed Song Hye Kyo was the missing piece. When the door opened, Lee Min-ho himself wasn't present, not yet. Instead, it was his sister, who welcomed Song Hye Kyo inside, exchanging a tearful hug. The house, filled with old photographs and childhood memories, had one room prepared specially for the occasion, filled with candles, soft music, and a table for two. His mother entered moments later, her eyes welling with tears. "I never got the chance to tell you, but you made my son truly happy." Song Hye Kyo cried openly, confessing how hard it had been to walk away, and how deeply she still carried that part of her past. Then came the twist no one expected. Just as they began to speak about the past, the front door opened again. Lee Min-ho stepped inside. He hadn't known she was coming. His mother had kept it a secret. Their eyes met across the room. Silence. A long, heart-stopping silence. Then, a quiet, whispered, "You came." She nodded, barely holding back tears. That night, they talked for hours about what went wrong, about what still remained, and about the truth neither of them had ever admitted out loud, that even after all the fame, the heartbreak, the time apart, the feelings never left. As the night came to a close, Lee Min-ho's mother made one final request: "Whatever you choose, don't let fear keep you apart again." With her blessing, and the family's full support, something shifted. It wasn't a reconciliation, not yet. But it was something real, a doorway back to what once was, and maybe to what could still be. When images leaked of Song Hye Kyo leaving the Lee estate the next morning, fans went into meltdown. "Is this real life? I'm crying. I shipped them so hard. His mom is the real MVP." The internet flooded with speculation, hopes, and emotional reactions from fans all over the world. As security guards worked to keep photographers at bay, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo walked out together, hand in hand, into the morning light. They didn't run. They didn't deny. They owned it. As dawn slowly crept over the hills of the Lee estate, no one expected what would happen next. Song Hye Kyo hadn't left. Not after the tears. Not after the reunion. Not even after Lee Min-ho said the words that changed everything. "I never stopped waiting for you." The house was quiet, not awkward, but peaceful, like something had finally been set right. Song Hye Kyo stood near the large window in the guest room, looking out at the garden where Lee Min-ho used to read scripts to her during their earlier days together. In that moment, his mother entered, holding a tray with tea and a warm, reassuring smile. "You don't have to explain. Just know this: you still belong here." Song Hye Kyo was stunned by the gentle acceptance. A family she had once thought she'd lost forever now embraced her as if no time had passed. Downstairs, Lee Min-ho sat alone, staring at an old letter he'd written years ago but never sent. It was addressed to her. In it, he confessed how every role he took, every award he won, every city he visited, none of it could silence her name in his heart. That morning, for the first time in years, he thought of finally giving her that letter. By breakfast, the entire family had gathered, a rare moment even in their own home. When Song Hye Kyo stepped into the dining room, everyone stood, Lee Min-ho's sister pulled her into a seat beside her. His father, usually reserved and quiet, gave a respectful nod. It wasn't just warm, it was welcoming. As they laughed over small talk and stories from the past, there was a moment when Lee Min-ho gently placed his hand on hers under the table. No words were spoken, but the look in their eyes said everything. But just as hope sparked, trouble knocked. Suddenly, a phone buzzed. Loud. Urgent. It was Lee Min-ho's manager. Dispatch caught wind. They're heading your way. The color drained from Lee Min-ho's face. He looked at Song Hye Kyo. She looked at his mother. This was what they'd feared. This was why they'd kept their hearts in shadows for so long. The cameras, the scrutiny, the cruel rumors. With the media possibly outside their gates, Song Hye Kyo stood up. She took Lee Min-ho's hand in front of everyone and said, "If we do this again, it has to be different. We do it for us, not for them." Lee Min-ho nodded. "Then let's not hide anymore." The internet exploded within minutes of the first blurry paparazzi photo, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo walking out of the Lee family estate holding hands. Fans were in tears. The media was in chaos. But inside that moment, they were calm, because they had already made a decision. They were done hiding. Back at the agency, damage control or destiny. As expected, Lee Min-ho's management team panicked. Phones rang nonstop. PR teams drafted statements, denials, and clarifications. But Lee Min-ho refused to read a single one. "This is not a scandal. This is my life." Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo's agency was hit with offers for interviews, magazine covers, and exclusive features. But she turned them all down. "We owe this story to ourselves. First, not the headlines." That evening, as they sat in a quiet cafe away from the chaos, Lee Min-ho pulled out the old, crumpled letter he had never sent. His hands trembled slightly as he passed it across the table. "I wrote this the night you left." Song Hye Kyo opened it slowly, tears forming before she even finished the first line. "If we ever meet again, I hope it's not as strangers." The silence between them said everything. "Why didn't you send it?" she asked softly. "I thought it was too late." "It never was," she whispered. Later that night, they were spotted again, this time at a private rooftop restaurant in Seoul, surrounded by soft lights and a view of the city they once shared memories in. There were no disguises, just the two of them, laughing, talking, rediscovering. One fan caught the moment on camera and posted it with the caption, "They're not acting. This is real." The clip went viral in minutes. Across the world, fans trended hashtags like #Minkyforver, #Realreturns, #Leemin Hasongikyo 2025. Even celebrities joined in, subtly liking posts, or sharing throwback moments of the two. What started as a quiet invitation from his mother had now turned into a global event. As they walked to her car that night, Lee Min-ho stopped her with one last sentence that left fans speechless when it was revealed later by an insider. "If I had to choose between this world and a life without you, I'd disappear in a heartbeat." Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for exciting updates on your favorite celebrities.